Hey, I'm Kyuu. I live in Tampere in Finland, and I've stepped here in front of the camera today to talk about the situation of foreigners and immigration policies in Finland. This is because I've heard of some rather disturbing commentary and odd, wrong information that has been spread around in the at least Facebook discussions of our national broadcaster Yle. And well, everyone has an agenda. Yle has their agenda, I have mine. I'd like to think I represent pretty much the medium area here in some ways. For example, I support gay marriage, causing the far-right people to call me, well, rude names. And on the other hand, I support some limits on the current immigration policy, causing the left side to call me other kinds of names. In these both cases, I represent the Finnish majority. And because I'm hated by both extreme sides, I can have a lot of fun at talking about this. So, okay, what is the problem? We're going to start with that. What's the problem here with immigration? Now, it is not work-based immigration. It is not students coming here. And it is not refugees, as defined by the UN Refugee Agency. Those we don't have a problem with, and they're not related here in any case. What we have a problem with is asylum seekers, as does the whole of Europe. There's been a huge influx of asylum seekers all throughout Europe. We've also had 10 times the amount of asylum seekers last year. And even the year, before that, it was pretty bad. So we've had a lot of them. And unfortunately, there are problems. These are the same throughout Europe. I'm just going to quickly go through them. One, they are not actually seeking asylum because they're in trouble or they're being haunted back at home. The huge majority of them, by most estimates, at least 80%, have nothing to fear back at home. They are simply looking for better living. And they are working with human traffickers to get that better living. So they have dishonest reasons for being here. That also comes up with crime. Asylum seekers and those that have been granted asylum before, they really show up in the crime amounts. This is mostly in people coming from Muslim countries. I'm sorry to say, I know people think that, okay, you can't blame religion for anything, but the fact is these are people coming from Islamic countries who seem to be in the crime amounts, and they are huge numbers that we've seen. They are way overrepresented in areas such as sexual crimes. And that's the thing that mostly angers people. There have been rapes and other abuses, some of them directed towards minors, even very young children, and that has really gotten people angry, as you can believe. Also, other forms of crime, forms of violence, all that, those have been in large amounts with these asylum seekers seen, and that has caused people to worry. But of course there's been crime to the other side, and now Yle has been making a huge point of this. Well, like I said, it's their agenda and their priority. Yes, there have been attacks on asylum seekers, refugee centers. Not sure what the exact term for that is, but places where asylum seekers wait to see if they get asylum or not. Fortunately, in these attacks committed by really idiotic Finnish people, none have gotten hurt. However, I could call these acts of terror. I mean, throwing a petrol bomb at a place with housing 100 people, that could get really bad really soon. However, in those centers, the majority of arson and crime, they have all been committed by those asylum seekers themselves. There have been issues, there have been violence, there has been sexual crime, arson, all those committed by those who have come here claiming to seek asylum, but that's really not the case. So, the other question, are there violent anti-immigration, anti-foreigner patrols on the street? Now yes, there are patrols. I just told you why the people have become angry, and believe you me, they are really angry about that. So, various kinds of patrols have been formed in some towns. And yes, in some of those patrols there are people with criminal backgrounds. Of course, it would be nice if they did not have to patrol there, but a lot of people feel that taking security into their own hands is the only option, because the police is way, way overwhelmed here. And I can understand that to some people, they can probably look a bit scary. However, the majority of the people have said that they do not have anything against these patrols. And this, I emphasize, these patrols have not committed crimes. Demonstrations against these patrols have committed minor crimes, but these so-called safety patrols, they have not committed crimes, and I do dearly hope it stays that way. I wish we didn't need them, but they're there and they do have the freedom to go out. What they do is they gather a bunch of people, walk around town and smoke cigarettes. That's pretty much everything. Every camera in the world has been on them. You might want to check an article on the Daily Mail, a UK magazine. It's available online, that shows, well, the good, the bad, and the ugly about these patrols. But in any case, do not worry about them. But they're just an unfortunate side effect of the fact that our government has not done anything to control this problem of asylum seekers with false pretenses. That's why we're in this mess. The country is still safe, and we hope to keep it safe and hopefully get some limits to this operation, which has been very ugly and does not help those at need at all. So that's pretty much the summary and of what is here, what I wanted to answer, because of the questions that I heard being posed and people coming to me asking, are there actually patrols out on the street attacking every foreigner? No, there are not. Please walk the streets safely with common sense. Like in any country, any place in the world, if you go out on a Saturday night and there's a gang of really drunk people, you might want to cross the street, but that's common sense, that's nothing new. And to sum it up, please, if you want to hear more about my opinions, remember, opinions, not facts. I give my opinion, I don't know the truth about everything. Feel free to contact me. Find my contact information at my homepage, kyuu.org/English. That's kyuu.org/English. I'm one of those paranoid nerds that is not on Facebook, but you can find me on Twitter, and email actually works. And hey, if you don't like my opinion, ask someone else, because there's quite a lot of people here in Finland. We can most all speak English well enough, and hopefully get a discussion and talk the facts about what's happening here with our immigration policy, and hopefully me, like the majority of Finnish people, can get out the point. You're very welcome, foreigners are very welcome to come here to work, to study, to find love, as tourists of course, but let's play it by the books, let's play it fair, and with that, I promise you, you do not have anything to worry about. We're going to welcome you as friends, even though we might not say, because hey, we're really quiet people, as many of you have probably heard or personally noticed. But hey, if you want to hear sounds, go into the forest. That's a very exciting place here in Finland. I just couldn't go past it without giving something nice about nature. And don't worry, the bears won't attack you there either, so they're probably safer than the streets. With that, ending in happy thoughts about the nature, fortunately, please contact me if there's anything else, and maybe, well, I'll meet this camera again someday. All right, bye.